good morning to you too. I can tell you at Headingley today is going to be a wet start, that's for sure. The rain may even last until lunchtime, but it should brighten up later on in the day. For all of us today, though, we're off to a cloudy start. There is that same rain band moving from the west to the east. It's turning patchier in nature as it does so, and then it should brighten up, especially so for England and for Wales. But if you have an allergy to grass pollen, the levels are high in Northern Ireland and southern England as well as East Anglia. In the south, we're also looking at some weed pollen in there too. Sal and Ben, if you like your weather hotter, well, in the south of England, as we head through the weekend, particularly Sunday, Monday and then into Tuesday, we're looking at 30, 31 and 32 degrees, quite possibly.
Ooh, ouch. Thank you for the warning, Carol. And Carol, you know how you always get really amazing weather watcher pictures from people that send you all these incredible... We've got some even better ones, so stay tuned. We're going to show them to you right now.
Lovely.
I think you're just showing off.
I am, but look at these.
Yeah. Remember yesterday we showed you the first images released by a powerful new telescope in Chile, marking the start of a decade of filming the southern night sky.
Yeah.
Oh, everything is going on, Sal.
Always. Let's talk about the weather, though, Carol.
Bless you. Good morning, everyone. This morning, it is a cloudy start to the day. And for some of us, it's also a wet one. There's some drizzle, for example, in East Yorkshire, a lot of cloud. It's a cloudy and a wet start to the day today for many of us, as you can see from our Weather Watchers picture, taken a wee bit earlier in the Vale of Glamorgan. Good morning to you too. It's a cloudy and a wet start to the day for many. You can see the amount of cloud that we've got in the Western Isles from our Weather Watchers picture.
Hi Nina, thank you very much indeed. Good afternoon. After last week's heat wave, well, things have changed a little bit. We've had a fair bit of cloud around so far today, but the heat wave goes on across other parts of continental Europe. 37 degrees this afternoon, for example, in Madrid. And some of that European heat is set to return by the weekend.
Good afternoon. It was a warm and quite overcast start first thing this morning. There was a little rain, but you can see the thick cloud across the city first thing. But through this afternoon, it will break further, some sunny spells, and we'll see those temperatures rising now.
I tell you what, Ben, did you see those bears? They broke the golden rule of raiding the treats cupboard, which is do not get caught.
You're so right, Nina. But I am about to run out of the studio to get my afternoon treat in a moment after this. As far as the weather goes, well, will that be sweet? Is the forecast looking fine? Well, it's been quite cloudy, actually, for many of us so far today, but a little bit of sunshine is developing right now.
Weather, sticky. Let's take a look. Hello there, very good evening to you once again. I hope you had a super day. Well, warm in the sunshine, little pressure out of it. As we go into tomorrow, a mix of cloud and sunny spells, but it is going to get a bit warmer. The winds die down a touch and it's going to feel a little more humid as well. We've still got those high levels of grass pollen at the moment and moderate weed pollen as well. The breeze will have helped a little bit today, but lighter winds tomorrow, so it might not be quite as pleasant. Take care. Cheerio.
And is it just me, or it does feel like it's warming up again?
It was feeling quite sticky today, actually, Rosie, yes, but we started off on quite a cloudy note this morning. It was very cloudy. We had some rain, actually, pre-6 a.m. for most of us, but it was quite heavy. Now, that was a front that was moving through. It left us with this legacy of cloud, but you'll notice just here, it's just starting to thin. So it started to break up as we headed through the middle part of the day. Then we had some really decent spells of sunshine this afternoon. That's when the temperature rose even higher. We got up to 26, 27 Celsius at both London and Heathrow airports today.
The countryside near Shoreham in Kent. Alex, how's it looking?
Good evening, Lucrezia. Well, it's looking pretty spectacular this evening. Yeah, we've been in the Kent countryside for much of this afternoon. We've ended up at Castle Farm in this lavender field, which is really popping at the moment. In fact, I am surrounded by 80,000 lavender plants, as you can see here. And it's actually ladybug lavender that we've got in this field at the moment, and it is thriving, and that has been down to the weather that we have seen over the last couple of months. As we know, we've seen lots of sunshine. It's been relatively warm right through much of spring and then into summer, and that actually led the farm here to open their doors to the public 10 days before scheduled, because the plants were absolutely ready. They are really blooming here at the moment, as you can well see. It's not been completely sunny for all parts of the UK. In fact, it has been a bit of a changeable day. Well, the next few days certainly will be staying on the warm side for many southern parts. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if we got up to maybe 29 degrees somewhere near the capital tomorrow afternoon. Allow for some outbreaks of rain. That'll be more so as we push further north. Well, that's the way it is looking here in Kent this evening. Lovely evening sunshine. Certainly more of this to come as we head through to tomorrow. And there are signs, actually, that next Monday, temperatures could hit 30 degrees again.
All right, Alex, that's stunning background. Thank you.